All right, I am on my horse. Scarlett, let's see, I need you over here on this side. You tell me when you're ready, and I'll go ahead and give you the countdown.
All right, ready?
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Time has started. Scarlett is off. She didn't take her long to find that that cart. She's off. She threw the guy right out of her cart, and whoa! She's got a horse that's following her.
Uh-oh.
And we're off.
Can you flee him?
You might be able to flee him from your cart. Don't worry about it. I would just go. Time is of the essence here. I'll deal with this horse along the way. He's eventually going to either get hit by the train. No, I was hoping he'd get hit by the train. But no, he didn't. That's okay. We're following Scarlett outside of Saint Denis. She has decided that she was going to take the railroad tracks once again. So here we are on the tracks. She has a cart. The cart has a canopy. That canopy will collect a little bit of air, and it may take and cause a little bit of strain on that horse, just because of the factor that it is collecting air and it is acting as a brake. That's what it's acting as, a brake. All right, there it is right there, the wagon. And it looks like Scarlett might have fled her horse.
No, she's still back there.
Nope. Okay, I didn't see the horse back there. All right, Scarlett right there. Let's let her get across that little trestle area. All right, now when Scarlett gets to Tumbleweed, should she make it all the way without any issues going on? Oh! Then I almost run into the back of that little car. I think she's trying to trick me. She's trying to make me pay for not getting the timer started the last time. All right, the cart is approaching roads right now. And this is an older cart. It looks like it needs some maintenance, Scarlett. I mean,
know.
the paint is pretty worn down. The wheels don't look that healthy. They look pretty well rusted up. The axle, the hubs, and everything. It's not what I would call a quality cart. But listen, as long as it gets her to where she's going, that's the name of the game. That would be good. She was able to get by that train right here in Rhodes, and she's holding to the tracks once again. Now, when she gets to Tumbleweed, then she's going to have to bail off in the cart. She's going to have to go into the stable. She cannot use this horse that's outside. She has to go into the stable. So I just want to make sure that she understands that should she arrive in her cart, she needs to go into the stable to get a horse. She can't use this one that's outside, which is might be a little bit of a problem. Maybe not. She'll just run in and there'll be horses available to her in there. Then it's a question of which one will she come out with, and she'll be off and running once again. Then once she comes out of the stable, we'll head for Armadillo, and we'll talk about that, or more about that, as we approach Tumbleweed and as she's getting ready to head on out to Armadillo. And there's that freaking horse in my way. So I'm going to fix
fall?
that son of a... All right, let's see. I got it right here. I've got the ability to take care of that horse right now.
Oh, you get out of here. All you have to do is flee it. It'll stop at some point.
Well, maybe it'll stop.
I don't know. She's hanging on. Usually she gives up and just, like, takes a nap.
All right, look at that. We've got a coach that's interfered a little bit. Oh.
You get out of here. You're shooting me.
All right, there we go. Maybe that horse is going to give up at this point. Maybe it'll stay down below the bridge there. We can get far enough away from that horse so that that horse doesn't interfere with me any longer. I hope that's the case. You know, I don't want to shoot the horse if I don't have to, but at the same time, I've got to be able to keep up with Scarlett. But then again, look at that. I just jump over the damn thing.
And here she comes again. Look at that.
I know. Now I... Oh, it won't let me shoot it. Well, that friggin' horse is in my ass.
I think you can flee her, cowboy, if you want.
I can flee her?
Yeah,
Why
you
would I
should
be able to flee her?
You should be able to. I can flee posse mates' horses.
Oh. I wouldn't even know how to flee somebody else's horse, unless I was on it or something. You know, riding next to it? I don't know.
Well, hopefully there's not a train coming, because I can't see shit.
Okay, yeah, the fog is setting in a little bit. We are approaching barge crossing. If a train is coming, she is going to be in serious trouble.
I'm gonna bail.
But she's going for it.
I'm gonna bail.
All right, there is a bounty up here, it looks like.
I'm gonna run him over. Look at that.
And there is the bounty right there, and she did run him over. And then I trampled him. And, you know, he took it hard right there. And when a train comes along, the train is going to part him out. That train is going to part that bounty out.
I wonder if that's gonna... if it'll time out before I get to Tumbleweed so I can get the stable.
No, it looks like you're in good shape as far as the train goes.
I was like
I'm
when
hoping I can scare that horse into, you know, fleeing on its own. Scarlett has once again taken that little shortcut. She bushwhacked a little bit right there by Rigg Station, and she's headed on over towards, I think this guy's name is Joe right here.
Yeah.
Old Joe or something very similar to that. And it looks like Scarlett's run is pretty clean so far. No issues here on the bridge running into other wagons of sorts. A little bit of bushwhacking right there, but the main bushwhacking that Scarlett has performed is the railroad tracks. And the railroad tracks is not for everybody, because unless you've got a good, steady thumbstick, unless your thumb is in good shape, you might not want to do it, because it's so easy to run off from several of those little trestles that you're going to have to cross.
Or just running, yeah, it's risk versus reward, really.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
And if it even is faster in the long run, I never really checked.
All right, there's Scarlett. She's now in the Great Plains, and she's headed up towards Broken Tree, as you can see right there in the distance. There is a little bit of fog that's going out, that's around us, surrounding us. Let's see what we've got for temperature and all. And look at all of those pheasant right there. I just clipped a couple of them, put 2 of them down, just running into them. And it's 10:43 a.m., 64 degrees out, so we shouldn't have all of that fog. Maybe that's just a little bit of haze that's in the air, although I wouldn't expect a whole lot of it. Maybe ozone, I would say, coming from the tall trees forest up that way. And you can see Scarlett headed right across the plains right here. She's just cranking it. You know, here's a woman that's not afraid to do some bushwhacking, and she'll take and she'll risk it in order to get the biscuit.
Dang it! Now I want breakfast.
Yeah, risk it for the biscuit. That's what she's doing. And here comes a wagon. It might be some interference for her. Maybe not. She's passing it on the right, and she gets by clean. By clean. The wagon is actually, that little cart has stood up quite well, considering the way that it looks. It doesn't look like it would give her a good
janky
ride.
Yeah, it did.
All right. Now you can see right there, she's not holding to the road whatsoever. She's making that line as straight as possible. That straight line is going to, the straightest line is the shortest distance. It's going to get her there as quickly as possible. We'll just see where she goes once she gets up here in Hennigan Steed. Let's see if she's going to go where she went once before. That got her into trouble.
Yeah. Maybe. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see. I'm following you. Across the Montana we go. And look at her. She is going for it. She's going to go a little bit differently than most would go. She marches to her own drum beat.
Shut up, Harriet. Cheers.
And a little bit of bushwhacking right here. Straighten that curve out a little bit. And a good run she's had so far. Virtually no interference, such as she's had in the past. But then again, it's too early to say for sure just what's going to happen, because it could come upon you in just a heartbeat.
I want that bounty timer to go away.
Yeah, well, that bounty timer will go away in about 5 minutes. You know, the fact of the matter is, that may be helping you, Scarlett. That's the fact of the matter is.
Until I
because
get
you
to
can't
the
have
stable.
2 missions going on at the same time.
True, but...
And that means that she might have a clean run down through Pike's Basin here. And you notice that... whoa! That was a...
No!
Oh, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness! Oh, my word! Here we go once again! My word! And I'll tell you what, she's up over the hill. She cannot use that horse that is there with her. And she's running. Same place, same, pretty much the same thing has happened. And look at her, she's running on foot right back to McFarland's ranch. She needs to be able to get this under control quickly. Otherwise, her time that she has previously posted will take and just be all for naught, and maybe the time that she posts today will be worse then. She still has plenty of time to pull it out for sure. She finds herself a horse or a wagon up here, and she can start heading out towards Tumbleweed. This is a detriment to her, because all of these minutes that she's running here is just a kind of wasted time. Let's see, has she found anything here?
You know, I only
All right, there she is right there. She's gonna take that, throws him off his horse. Now, can she catch that horse? All right, this guy's drawing his gun, and he's gonna be shooting at her. She's got his horse. She has stolen his horse. Now she's off and running. And she's back on it. Yes, you can say that a horse is faster than a cart, but you know, the fact of the matter is that she spent a lot of time running back from Pike's Basin here, back to McFarland's ranch, trying to find a horse, having to deal with the rider, throwing him off, and then backtracking. She's just now back at the point that she lost her wagon. So how much time has she lost? We don't really know. It's something that I don't have a timer on. But she's got to be very, very careful with this horse that she's on, because it doesn't have the same kind of stamina and health that it would have if it was her own horse. So she's going to have to take and treat this horse somewhat gentle. She's going to have to feed it. She's going to have to do whatever she can to make this horse last. But she is on horseback, and she is moving. Now, this horse is not going to run as fast as her own horse would run, but nonetheless, she is moving forward. Now, you never know. She could run into another cart. Maybe she would take the cart. Maybe she wouldn't. Hard telling, not knowing at this point. We'll just have to see how it unfolds. But Scarlet B, once again, has had trouble right here at Pike's Basin. And we still have a timer up for that bounty that's back there. And now it's going to be a question of, yes, Scarlet is going to have to take and do a little bit of bushwhacking. And hopefully she doesn't get caught up too badly. I'm going to stay out of her way, let her get on by me. And now we'll see if we can catch up. There she is right there. You can see Armadillo off in the distance. And Armadillo is upon us. And through Armadillo, the town of death. It's a sickling little town.
It is a sickly little.
And if you look back and if you look over the town itself, you'll see that the air is dark and almost black, indicating that it's a town of death. There's a lot of death going on in Armadillo. Make sure you don't get hung up in that death.
You know, it took me a long time, the cloud over. I was like, why is there always a dark cloud? And then I was like, oh yeah, the plague.
That's right, the plague. That's it. The Black Plague. Now, as you can see, it didn't benefit Scarlet to, take a horse. In fact, the horse is pretty slow. All right, that bounty is over right now. So maybe things will now be available that wouldn't have been if the bounty had still been active. But who knows? Maybe something's going to happen here. One thing we know is if Scarlet can get to Tumbleweed and get one of her own horses, she'll be off and running quite quickly. All right, she's going to jump that horse, see if that horse is any better. All right, which way is she going to go? She's got it turned around. She's off and running now. And that horse looks like it's a little bit faster. So she should easily make up that time that it took her to actually snatch that horse. And as some of you people in the UK would say, she nicked herself a horse.
Just don't want it to buck me off, so take it easy.
All right, this is, I believe that this is Ridgewood Farm down here that we're approaching.
Yes.
And here we are at Ridgewood Farm. This is kind of too bad. This is a too bad, so sad situation, because you can see that horse is barely at a gallop, and the horse it's like it's in no great hurry.
Oh, I'm not making it go fast. I just don't want to get bucked off.
Yeah, if you get bucked off, it's worse than just galloping on in. And she's approaching Tumbleweed at this point. And she's going to have a lot of time that she's going to have to make up. And she's pushing the horse a little bit now because she knows that she's near the stable and that she'll have a horse available to her of her own liking and of her own stable. She's going to pick a durable horse. Which horse is it going to be? We'll see.
Hello, miss. What I guess that's
Grease.
All right, there's the stable right there. This is where the transition is going to occur. She bailed off that horse. She's running for the stable right now. And let's see.
Got your Batman mask on?
All right, right there. There she is right there. She's just running into the stable. She'll be coming out in just a moment. And let's see, there is, on top of the building right there, there is No Rizzy Chris. And No Rizzy Chris will be at the end in case I can't be. All right, there's her horse right there. And she's off. Let's stick with her. And Scarlet she's a great bushwhacker. She's not afraid to bushwhack.
okay.
And the last time that we raced here, towards the end of the race, she did such a good job at bushwhacking that I tried to follow her, and I had some problems, and I got sidetracked a little bit, and I fell behind. And No Rizzy Chris was up there to see the finish of the race to make sure everything was as it should be, and it was, and just as I expected it to be. I didn't expect any different, quite frankly, but nonetheless, we had somebody there to witness the finish of the race. And here we are, right here. I'm going to, well, I'm not going to do it here. Once we get to Armadillo, I'll go ahead and give my horse some yellow cake, and that'll kind of prop him up a little bit with health and energy. And we've got a rider in the road, and out around that rider she goes. Now at Armadillo, she's going to have to go into the corral, and she's going to have to service her horse. She's going to have to brush it. She's going to have to feed it. She's going to have to pet it. And then she needs to lead the horse for my 5 count. And the 5 count that I'll be using is 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Once I get to 5, the moment I say 5, she can board that horse and be gone. And she'll jack that horse up a little bit, and it will be off and running. And she'll be running from Armadillo through to McFarland's Ranch for the next servicing of the horse. We have a train that is blocking the way, a clean route into the stable, into the corral. So here we are, into the corral. And now you have it right there. She's going to go ahead and pat, and she's going to do all of the different things that she needs to do. I'm going to get back here and take care of my own horse as well. Right there you can see she's petting the horse right there. And there she is, she's brushing the horse, if you can't see it. And she just fed the horse. Now she's going to lead. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Go, go, go. Get on that horse and ride, ride, ride. All right, through the corral she went, halfway through the door and the gateway, and halfway, taking down the post and the slats. All right, now she has decided that what she's going to do is Scarlett is going to run back through Pike's Basin, and let's hope that she doesn't run into a gang camp back there.
And it's triple XP.
Yeah, that's true. Not only that, the gang camp would be a great 1 count towards your belt buckle and medallion.
Like they've decided that it's triple XP, so now it's not going to show up.
Probably just as well for you, frankly, Scarlett. You know, because that could be a little bit time consuming. And if they happen to get a lucky shot in, either you or your horse could be in trouble. And you can see her riding the trail. Up over the hill she goes right here. This is a little bit of a tough turn right there. You can see it. Tough turn. She made the tough turn. She's up over. She's into the plains of Hennigan Steed right now. Okay, now Scarlett is going to have to be in the inner corral of the corral. So there is the large corral, and then there is a small corral. Scarlett needs to be in the small corral in order to service this horse once again. At least she doesn't have a train blocking her way at this point. And there she goes into the big corral, and now she's into the small corral, and she's off her horse, and she's going to pet, feed, and brush once again her horse, and then she's going to have to lead it for a 5 count. And let's see, we're in pretty good shape here as far as this horse is concerned. She's petting it now. And leading it 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Go, go, go. And she decides that she's going to head out the back of McFarland's Ranch through Hennigan Steed. And she's got a lot of fog in the air down here.
And I can't see nothing. Good Lord.
I'll tell you, it is tough. You're going to have that, well, even... Hell, I'm having a hard time following Scarlet. I mean, it's so foggy out. Scarlet's having a little bit of difficulty, I can see right there. But at least she's not going down as just yet. So that's a good thing. All right, now that's a ballsy move right there. She's in the water. She's crossing the Montana. She's getting up into the Great Plains area right now. And you can barely see her in front of me in the fog.
What time is it in game? Like 5?
7:38.
Game. I'll take a look here. In game, it is 7:41 p.m. And I can barely make her out up ahead of me, all due to fog conditions. And we're out into the Great Plains. She's heading up over the hills right here, and will definitely be in the Great Plains area. She's headed to the stable down in Blackwater. And she gets to the stable in Blackwater, and in Blackwater all she needs to do is switch out her horse and head for Valentine. All right, we can hear the bison out that way. And I had a little bit of camp drag right there. I was beginning to catch up with Scarlet, and then that camp drag kind of got me a little bit. She's headed down the roadway into Blackwater. She's bushwhacking just a little bit there on that corner. Every step that you can bushwhack is just a fraction of a second that you're going to save. And right here she goes right here. She's in the stables right now, folks. There she goes. She's going into the stable. She's going to change out her horse. She's going to change out her horse, and she's going to be coming out, and she's going to be riding hard. She's going to be riding hard for Valentine. She's out. She's off.
I heard that.
Okay, we are in the evening hours of the race. This is an endurance race, so we're in the evening hours for sure. And maybe Scarlett can indicate to us exactly what horse it is that she's riding right now.
This is the Foxtrotter.
Ah, okay. So Scarlett has a Foxtrotter.
First one on the
Here
list.
we go.
Rock.
Oh, yeah, I down there, run into it myself. All right, past this this homestead right here. All right, we got horses in the way right here. They're going to interfere with Scarlett. Doesn't appear to be interfering with her. She is back on the tracks right here at Bard's Crossing, and this woman is going to be gone. She doesn't need to know too much about the about where she's going at this point, because as long as she follows the railroad tracks, it's going to take her right into Valentine, and she just needs to hope that there's not a train up here that she runs into the back of.
It might happen.
It could happen, of course. And in which case, it would launch her onto the back end of the train. But there doesn't seem to be a train at Flat Neck Station here. And we can see her up ahead just a little bit. And we've got ourselves a little bit of moonlight right there.
Happy it's not foggy.
And we're approaching Valentine now. With the exception of her crashing her cart at Pike's Basin, it's been relatively uneventful. The crashing of the cart was just negotiating the cart down over the hill, having some rocks and boulders interfering with the cart, and then finally it looked like the horse collapsed under the heavy strain of the cart and trying to hold back the cart and yet move forward, that type of thing. Here is Valentine right here.
Oh, that guy got ran over.
Yeah, he said, "What the hell?" And Scarlett is in Valentine, and I can see her up ahead. She's just getting ready to go into the stable now. She's in the stable, and she's coming out with another horse right here, right quick like. And all she needs to do is switch out the horse and be gone. And right now, it's evening hours. No Rizzy Chris up there on top of the stable right there.
For justice.
All right, Scarlett's off.
Chris.
And I heard the groan from Chris back there.
Never not funny.
Hopefully he's okay and he can make the next rally point. Across the river, Scarlett goes. Which way is she going to go? All right. She's headed downstream. Yep, I had to check myself up there a little bit. Up over the hill we go, underneath the railroad trestle. And we're headed up into a cold country. There's her pony right there in front of me. And we're approaching Barrow Lagoon. And at Barrow Lagoon, Scarlett is going to run inside the building, holler out, "Where the hell is everybody?" And then come out and service her horse, and then make the very last trek towards Adler Ranch. All right, she's off her horse. She's into the cabin.
Oh, where the hell is everybody?
All right, now she's back out, and she's going to service her horse. Feed, pet, and brush. And then we'll have a 5-count lead. And there you have it right there. She's feeding her horse. All right. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Go, go, go! She's on the horse. She's off. Next stop is the Adler Ranch. Next stop is the Adler Ranch. There's Scarlett right there on her horse. And she's putting some weapons away. She doesn't need those weapons out. She needs to concentrate on where she's going and how she's going to get to where she's going. And it's so easy to make, you know, an error here. This is where I made my last error and actually lost her on the first one. She went high, I went low. I had to turn around and come back and get up on the high path here. This. And she is checking out. I'll tell you what, she's checking out in good shape. You know, I was right behind her, didn't make any mistakes, and yet I've fallen behind. I can see her still on my mini-map.
Better
These
take a
mountains are treacherous.
Party tonic.
You can see her, the tracks of the horse where she bushwhacked and straightened that trail out just a little bit. But she's got a little bit of a lead on me at this point, and I don't know whether I'll be able to make that time up or not. And this is pretty much what happened on the last race that I followed her with. My horse is running pretty well, but not well enough. And you can see trying to catch up with her is really, it's pretty hard for me to do here, even though I'm bushwhacking and cutting these corners as much as I can. The person that's in the lead that's not really paying attention to anything behind them, that is just running for what's in front of them, it's a lot easier on them than it is for somebody like myself, for example, that is trying to follow them, take advantage of the bushwhacking, watch the trail, and watch the individual that's on the mini-map to see exactly where they're at. And once again, she's going to show up at the ranch ahead of me.
Here she comes.
Even though I'm bushwhacking right now. Chris is saying he has her in sight.
Yep, she's going into the stable right now.
She's going into the stable.
Service your horse.
And we're here at the stable. She needs to get that horse inside the corral, run back to the house, and haul her out finally, home sweet home. And then the timer stops.
Finally home, sweet home. Look.
All right, time has stopped. And what I can tell you is this. She has beaten her time. Her previous time has been beat. She was able to do it. Yee-haw for Scarlet Bee. Now, let me tell you what she did do. Her previous race was 38 minutes, 12.59 seconds. This race is 37 minutes, 31.74 seconds. So, she has beat her time by about a half a minute. A half a minute is about what she beat it by. 37, 31, 38, 30. Yeah, she's beat it by about a half a minute. So she did improve, and that's going to put the pressure on everybody that follows in this race thereafter. So take that into consideration. I kind of expected her to beat her time. I knew that if she didn't get into trouble, she was going to beat her time by a great deal. She did get into trouble, but nonetheless, she still beat her time. Scarlet Bee, what do you have to say about that? What do you think?
You know, everything really runs smoothly until you're here.
Now, I'd like some further explanation as to what you mean by that.
I don't
Now,
run into any issues.
During
Crashing wagons, or moonshine camps, or anything.
Okay, now let me ask you something then. This practice that you've been doing in order to be able to get your route down nice and pat, you've been performing in a open free roam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so now you see you're in the private, and so therefore a lot more things pop up and crop up in your way insofar as missions, events, things of that nature that definitely act as a detriment towards your run. And
Yeah.
but then again, it's not something that you didn't know.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's still
Yeah,
fun.
but hey, listen, Scarlett, you did improve by, at least a half a minute. I'll figure out the difference along the way here, but nonetheless, a 37, 31, 74, that's a good number. It's still the fastest number out there. And you've got to know that when others come in to race, they too are going to have problems. It's just a question of how big is the problem that they have and how quickly can they get through that problem area, and, how much time is it going to cost them. That's what it all boils down to.
I think tomorrow with Al and Blast is going to be a good time. I think.
So you think so? All right. But one thing I've got to do before
I think it's going to be awesome to watch. I think they're going to be great.
All right. Now, do you think they can beat you?
Of
That's the
course,
question.
anybody can beat me.
All right. All right. So yes, I think that's an absolute fact as far as the statement that you made. Now the question becomes if Jay has any kind of trouble, such as he had the last run, I'm
He's
going to
not
feel
going
bad
again.
for Jay.
I tried to get Jay to come back.
Are we going to see Jay again, do you think? Scarlett?
Oh, can you not hear me?
Oh, I can now. Do you think we're going to see Jay again?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, Scarlett, one thing I've got to give you right now is I've got to go ahead and give you the clap for a great attempt at improving your time, and you succeeded in improving your time. So good job on you.